here we are at Höje, at a fantastic bakery. The wood-fired bakery. And literally, that is the translation. And it literally is wood-fired. Not electric, not gas, but heated by the timber from the local forest. Let me take you in and show you round. You will be amazed. Well, here we go. If you want proper bread, proper boulards, there is only one place to come in Hagfors, Kommun. This man makes the breads and the boulards you see that are totally organic on the premises, and has done for many, many years. He sells, of course, other products, other organic products for people in the area. But literally, his bread is the sort you can, well, to say that you savillate at the taste is an understatement. I have eaten these boulards, and I have never eaten a boulard like it. I have had his bread, and you cannot get bread anywhere else like it. It is, beyond comprehension, the finest baker in the area. Let me show you how he makes his bread and his boulards. You will be surprised. And of course, he's wonderfully good looking. Well, here we are at the baker's, and it's 4:30 in the morning in Hagfors, Kommun. Let me take you in and show you round. As I say, this is now around about just before 5 in the morning. And the young baker is here ready to bake the most wonderful bread here in Hagfors, Kommun.
Single bread.
This is now the sourdough going into the mixer. This gentleman started this bakery in 2006 and completely built exactly what you see, from the ovens right the way down to base zero, the floor itself. As I move towards the ovens now, I can feel the heat. This is a very small bakery, but a totally professional bakery. And do remember, it's serving the needs of Hagfors Kommun and the wider area. Of course, this gentleman's bread you can find all over the area. You must love the job.
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah, yeah. It's like farming, it's a way of life.
Yeah, and bake with sourdough, it's not the same every day.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch for the sourdough and everything
Yeah,
around and the oven as well.
yeah,
I'm looking at the temperature every day.
Yeah.
See it, so it's okay.
the beginning of the process, putting the sourdough in the mixers. Well, the machines are on, and believe it or not, everything this gentleman does here for the last 16 years is organic. These machines are built specifically for organic bread making. This particular one next door is extremely interesting. Really slow. Do remember, this is the beginning of the process of the bread that you eat. And eating organically is sustainable. The flour is made from organic factory, and all of the ingredients come from Sweden. And as this man starts his process, the ovens are starting to get hotter and hotter. We're now up to 300 degrees Celsius. After this bread has now been completely mixed beautifully, and I've got to say, but the smell already, the smell is quite beautiful. And now the gentleman is starting the shaping, and after the shaping, the bread, or shall I say the dough, will be put into the containers, ready to make into loaves. And do remember, we're talking about 5:15 in the morning. People that are going to eat this bread are fast asleep in their beds.
That one is 100% rye, no wheat at all. This one is
100% rye.
rye in that one,
yeah.
with sunflower seeds. And this one is a full grain bread. It's 80% rye and 20 full wheat.
So 80% rye and 20% full wheat. I'm actually starting to salivate already. Here we are, here, the cutting and the shaping. These recipes of all these breads, this gentleman has put together himself, and this is totally organically done, traditionally done by this gentleman. And this gentleman and his family have lived in Hagfors Kommun and the area for donkey's years, literally. A local man making local bread with Swedish ingredients for local people. Now the shaping is taking place for the 100% rye bread. And that will be going in with the sunflower seeds and into the tins. And also at the same time, the next mix is taking place. Remembering that everything that's going on here is traditional. This gentleman's recipes, and this is local bread for local people. Therefore, if you're passing through or in the area, you seriously need to come to this baker's and pick up the bread and taste the difference. But not only is it just a taste, it's also far better for you health-wise than the mass-produced bread that you get from the supermarkets. And this is the process of the sunflower seeds. You see the sunflower seeds in the fields? Here, literally, is where they're going. And again, I've got to tell you, the smell is divine. And now as the morning moves on, the boulards that were produced yesterday, fully organic, put into the freezer and then brought out, ready to bake. Again, totally organic boulard, produced locally here for local people. So here is the baker now with his oven at 300 degrees, totally heated by timber and locally produced timber. No electric, and totally sustainable. Now, you would not get any of this in a factory that produces bread for the supermarkets and for the mass consumption. This is traditional baking in a traditional way, and of course with a traditional baker. Look at these trays here, for instance, all made of wood. The next lot of dough onto the table, ready for shaping. And now the baker's making the rolled cocker, the flatbread. And this is the white bread. Not quite white. But I've got to say that looks delicious. Even before it's baked, it looks delicious. So much preparation, so much hard work goes into a simple loaf of bread. But that's what people call it. A simple loaf of bread. But it isn't simple. The process is huge. And with this gentleman, not only is it talking about baking, but he also cuts the trees down to actually put into this oven to heat it. So in the weekends, he's cutting trees. In the afternoon and in the morning, he's selling the bread. And before 5 o'clock in the morning, he's here getting things ready to produce the bread for local people. Totally organic. So this is the man now. He's clearing out the ovens. You can see the fire. So you've got to understand, when you come here to buy this bread, the process is not simple and has tradition written all over it. And again I say to you, you've got to understand that this is Hagfors Kommun. There is no need for anyone in Hagfors not to come here and experience this baker and the way he produces his bread. What happens to the ashes?
Drops down here.
Yeah.
And then I can take it out and
Yeah.
use it. Maybe you want some for your garden.
So in the end, even the ashes will go to somebody's garden.
Yeah, I let it stay to cool off.
Yeah.
And then I pack it.
Yeah.
And then you can use it in your, for trees and everything. It's good. Bushes and yeah, you can add it in your garden.
So not only can you pick up the bread fully organic, you can actually organise to pick up the ashes, which are then bagged up and used in gardens in Hagfors Kommun to grow either vegetables or, of course, plants. You cannot believe all of the processes that take place here to make the bread that you won't just enjoy, but absolutely love. And now it's that time of the day when the doughs are going in to the oven. And there they are, your breads in the oven And soon these will be crisp and juicy.
Put it on the
So you're now putting in the rye. Yeah.
Yeah, full grain.
Yeah, full grain. Yeah.
And rice.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the boulard.
On the bottom is much stronger than on the top.
Yeah. Then the next ones to go in will be the boulard. And everyone loves boulard. So here we are. You've got to understand again that this is local Hagfors produce. This man is using a traditional horsehair brush with organic eggs to do the boulard. These boulard, when you taste them, you know what you're consuming. This isn't the best. This is the best of the best. Brown sugar, organic egg with a horsehair brush. And of course, the nicest thing is you've got a handsome baker, a traditional man whose family has lived in the area for generation after generation. Again, this is not mass produced. The taste of these boulard, you simply never forget. And then on with the sugar. So here we are now. This is basically the turning of the bread, moving it into a different part of the oven, which gives it a different temperature. And again, I've got to tell you, the smell is divine. And now it's the boulard's turn. You see, this whole process to make a single boula or a single loaf of bread is massive. But the price you can actually purchase this from the shop itself, it doesn't even equate. You can only say, but fundamentally, it's a very, very cost-effective product for you as a family to purchase here, purchase many breads, put them in the freezer and use them day after day. The most finest bread anywhere you could find in Värmland. So here we are, fresh boula, and don't they look stunning? Absolutely OTT. And now we're waiting another 2 minutes for the bread. Here we are, folks. Here it is. Again, the smell is what you want to understand. Unless you're actually here, you can't understand the smell of this bread. The time now is nearly 9 o'clock. This man started just before 5 o'clock. And there we are. The master baker has made the most beautiful bread for you to buy here on the 62, not far away from Höje or Hagfors. Another 9 minutes. So here are we in the wood store. Each piece of wood has been cut to 1 meter or thereabouts. The timber that's here, as you can see, in a timber shed, Swedish timber, is now going to be weighed. On the scales before such time as it goes in to be burnt. So here he is, 50 kilos of timber goes in to the actual chamber in which baking takes place. And this burns out, and then before such time as the bread is baked, the oven is cleared and cleaned of the debris of the timber. Each time this gentleman bakes, 50 kilos of timber goes in from the countryside and the forest around Hagfors.
Very close to the bakery, actually.
Very close to the bakery, as the gentleman has cleanly pointed out. The baker himself, believe it or not, cuts the trees down from the forest. Then, in the spring, he uses his machine to put them into little cheese, should I say, slices, 1 meter long, and just so much timber. And then each day that he bakes, 50 kilos of that timber goes into the fire to make your bread. You've got to understand that this whole process is from forest, farm, whether it be the ingredients in which he is using or the timber in which he is burning. So from the forest to here, to the fire, and then the ashes from the fire going to his customers' gardens to grow their plants and vegetables. I've got to say, is that not an incredible process? The farms grow the corn, and it all goes round and round and round, but it's totally sustainable. After all, he's not using electricity or gas, and he's not using anything other than organic material with reference to making the bread itself. Now the baker is starting the fire. Believe it or not, how he starts the fire is by using something that he has had as waste, which then means that he's not having to purchase anything in which to make the fire. His waste is what catches the timber alight. Let me just show you inside. And there it is, 50 kilos of timber, which will heat this oven to 300 degrees, so that tomorrow he can use this oven to bake the bread. And look how beautifully clean it is. It is spotless prior to this timber going in. Incredible. Let me show you the center of the furnace as it's roaring. The heat is incredible, and after all, the temperature will soon be up to 300 degrees. This one now is 500 degrees, but of course you can't bake bread in that temperature.
Not even pizza.